It's incredible. I can't believe all the things that have happened recently. My loyal Fulgrim, what would I have done without you?
Yes, that's a story we can only tell at home in Rudo's shield.
Down in the old wine cellar, yes, I know. It will be difficult not to mention it. Nonsense, come and join us. You can't possibly disturb us. Fulgrim and I owe you our honor and our lives.
Fiddlesticks, you did more than that. You proved yourself a true friend.
But of course. Look at them. The quarrel of lovers is the renewal of love. Fex have mercy on us if they ever have children.
Stressful. Even I quite like that scallywag now. What am I saying?
Kano's heart is in the right place. He's learned a lot, as have we all. Any more questions? It's going back to safekeeping in Rudo's shield. As soon as I get back home, the guards will be increased, the walls raised, and a few observant people hired. I'd like to tell Emperor Hal everything. Gerlin says, however, that telling the Emperor at this point wouldn't be a good idea. It could lead to over-hasty reactions. As soon as he's sorted out everything here, Gerlin will set off for talks with my nephew, Blasius of Borstok, Prince of Kosh, and Count Groen of Ferdok. Everything pertaining to Dajan will be discussed there. Stay out of it initially and wait to see what happens. I'm happy having nothing to do with politics for the time being. The secret surrounding the crown is in good hands with Gerlin. Any more questions? Well, you decide. We're in your debt. And we've still got one or two things left to do. The ship is at your disposal.
Nonsense. We're not in a hurry to get back home either. Are we, Ardo?
Any more questions? Let me put it like this. There are enough scoundrels in the Middenrealm who want the old times back. Onswin of Ravensmound is undoubtedly one of them. It hasn't been proven that he has anything to do with this matter. And even if that is the case, his two court scribes will present the story in the correct light. Any more questions? It's hard to say, but we haven't heard the last of her. Any more questions?
What a mess. It'll take a lot of love and money to hush that up.
Yes, Coldstone had the potential to destroy, but it didn't do him any good. I wish Ferris was still alive. Everything seems so flat.
Yes, I know what you mean. It's hard to come to terms with these losses. I'm glad, though, that we were able to put a stop to Coldstone's scheming. Perhaps that will go some way towards making amends to his victims.
Yes, who knows what else that Coldstone has planned.
What do you mean? When I was in Ferdok, I asked my old IGIA contacts for help. There are only a couple of inconsequential files on Coldstone there. They prove that he worked for the IGIA under Onswin of Ravensmound. The IGIA is the Imperial Garathian Information Agency, the Middenrealm's secret service. After Emperor Rito dissolved the IGIA upon his inauguration, it was re-established on Onswin's advice in the year 984 BF. At the time, Onswin was Privy Councillor and directed the agency between 984 and 998 BF. Coldstone and Ravensmound must know each other from back then, but there's no proof. Even if there is any documentation on it, it must be deep in the dungeons of the IGIA stronghold in Koshtown. I wasn't able to get access to them. Dajan was just a cheap henchman for Coldstone. Well, he had his own agenda at any rate. Something that went further than Groen's disempowerment and the discrediting of Emperor Hal. Who knows what would have been in store for us if Coldstone hadn't been stopped. Is there anything else I can do for you? I'm going to the Mellow Ox to meet a contact I've been working with for a very long time. We're going to work out a strategy for detecting those traitors who have not yet been unmasked. Well, it's not really that exciting. Now that the snake's head has been chopped off, those people cannot expect any support. You should stop by sometime and see for yourself how things are. Apart from that, I'm going to have a lot to do with Groen. He needs to be informed about all the things that have been happening in his county recently. Is there anything else I can do for you? The blue griffin on the white ground. Heraldically speaking, the griffin is the animal on the coat of arms of the Middenrealm. Blue represents loyalty, and white stands for purity. What a noble coat of arms these traitors have created for themselves. But anyway, one's own view of things is often somewhat glorified. I almost feel a bit sorry for that Sir Errand of Olming. I really think he thought he was doing a good deed for the Empire. Is there anything else I can do for you?
I'd really like to help you for a while. Things for me would be very boring without you. Gerlin will surely understand that and release me from my duties.
Of course, Yakon. Oh, how I'd love to have the time to go off seeking adventure once more, alongside my stressful and time-consuming work in the Privy Council. But I can already hear my paperwork beckoning.
When all this is over, I'd like to assist you again, Gerlin. The well-being of the Middenrealm is, as you know, something that is very dear to my heart. And I think I could make a worthwhile contribution there.
Is there anything else I can do for you? When I was in Ferdok, I asked my old IGIA contacts for help. After Emperor Rito did Coldstone and Ravensmouth, Dajan, who knows what... Is there anything else? Well, if there are no further questions...
Come.
What is it? But of course.
Come close.
Oh, is there anything else? If you have any questions...
Tell me, the family of this Raven's Mound, aren't they supposed to be wealthy?
Do we want to bet again? We could...
Oh, you're not disturbing us. Mora and I...
Can we help you? Yes, we were just talking about that.
Didn't you want to place another bet?
Oh, Kano, don't take everything so seriously. When this adventure's over, you and I should devise something special to do together in Albernia.
Is there anything else? Well, I was a contender for the Havina Thieves' Crown for some time. The King of Thieves at the time, Merkur Solomon...
Didn't want to make things too easy for Kano, so he advertised the position. Kano wasn't bad, but I think I beat him to it.
You were caught, so points should be deducted. Without her help...
You see, you weren't alone anyway. Points should be deducted for that, too.
Is there anything else?
Well, it happened like this. It had already occurred to me that Kano might be planning to forestall me, so I took the direct route. I told Ardo that I was a noblewoman who had fallen on hard times and that I would like to be his daughter's handmaid. Convincing that wary old warrior and his bodyguards was very difficult.
All you probably had to do was wiggle your hips and bat your eyelashes.
Exactly, Kano. And in comparison to you, I'm quite beguiling. I did, after all, charm Ardo and Forgrim. The rest is very simple. I stole down into the cellar and switched out the crowns while Ardo and Forgrim were getting roaring drunk in the next room. Then I just slipped out of the castle like that.
Well, that was arguably far too easy. It only counts as a true fexcapade if it involves the requisite level of difficulty. Is there anything else? That was all just a really stupid coincidence. If you hadn't taken the crown, Mora, everything would have gone smoothly anyway. I'd just snuck past countless guards and avoided lethal trap.
You really do have a good imagination. There was no guard there, and I didn't see any traps there either. At most, Ardo and Forgrim were downstairs doing justice to the pale ale.
Mora, let me tell my story. I don't interrupt you during yours. Then I held Raoul's crown in my hands and realized it was a fake. I wept bitterly because Fex had obviously permitted himself a terrible joke at my expense.
It wasn't Fex, Kano, it was me. I played that trick on you. And apparently you were so loud that Ardo's old watchdogs started barking.
Mora, please! Is there anything else?
If we want to keep this secret, we should get going now, before the first attendants arrive.
You're right. Thank you again for your help.
First, I'm going to detain Dajan in his chambers.
We're on the Thalaria, down at the harbor.
I've got to go to the Mellow Ox first. I'm going to meet a
Gerlin, I'm going to...
Of course. If any...
What is it then? At your orders. All right. I'll take care of it. Consider it done. Will be done.
What is it? Yes.
Ready. All right. Consider it done.
Garosham.
What is it then? Very well.
Yes, I'll do that. Coming.
Oh, how nice, of course. Oh, it happened like this. I sailed to Nadoret with Coldstone's people. I wanted to wrangle the crown back off them and generously help myself to Dejin's treasure stores. But I made my calculations without Coldstone. He instructed Dejin to capture me directly and eliminate me. But he wanted me as a trophy and locked me up in his taffy tower. Of course. He wanted me as a trophy, and then I was supposed to put on frequent performances for him. But I can't tell you about those out loud. Raja pleasing. The dance of the seven veils. Can you imagine anything so unseemly? That's almost like the story Nadine the Caliph's daughter. Well, I'm a respectable charlatan. Dejin only got smashed pottery and a vase dumped on his head for his trouble. Anything else? Of course. He will accompany you as long as he wants. Then we're going to Albernia and snag us the Thieves' Crown of Havina. Oh, Kano gets the crown. And I'll steal it afterwards. Anything else?
Yes?
Do you need my help?
I remember the first time I saw you here at the harbor very well. A lot of time has passed since then. It was a great pleasure to take part in your adventure. Oh, pardon, what can I do for you? Where we go?